Wow. Hey, good evening, LinkedIn. Wow, I was like, hey, it's almost 12 o'clock, still working. Hey, I'll be right back after these commercial. I love doing this video. Ooh, hey, good evening, everyone. Gosh, it's almost Saturday. So, hey, I know it's late, but I wanted to talk to you about peak season and why I'm working late right now and why peak season is what you have to do. Peak season, like second and third shift right now, you figure second shift, majority of them just got off. Third shift's just starting work. So during peak time, this is prime time to get your message out to the people on second shift and third shift if they're not happy where you're at. So if you're not happy where you're working, just send me a message. But that's the reason why, is you think about it, because it's night. They're people too. So you got to get your message to them, because night shift, they sleep during the day and they get up, and majority of the people put all their job postings and it's tiring. So you want to get your message out there, even if it's live videos, because during peak now, this is a live video, but I'll do it Saturday night, Sunday. I need to find like 15 people this weekend. 10 to 15 is my goal. And that's myself. And I put myself under a scope there and said, I need to do it. And you have to work a lot to do this. But peak only comes one season. So in the fourth quarter, this is it. It's kind of like baseball, three balls, two strikes, full house, right? Whatever you call that. It's been a while. And this is the way you do it. Hey, Janie, how you doing? Janie, I did send you the link for the video resume tonight. So I hope you got that message. So you got all weekend to do it and have fun with it. So then I'll start helping you over in Australia. So we'll get you a job, right? But the reason I wanted to say this, because like if you were looking for a job right now and you're on second shift, and I always say this, but if you're not happy, and you're not happy with your job, this is the time. Because if you were on second shift, right, and let's just say you're in light industrial, did you know that FedEx is paying $24.05? PSC Mail is paying $18.15 in Bethlehem. Uline $19 to $23 in Allentown. Custodian janitor Uline $18 to $20. Stitch Fitch in Bethlehem $13.75 an hour plus. All right. IT generalist $18 to $28.50 in Bethlehem. Whole Foods Market, $15 an hour for cashier. Zuwilli in Bethlehem, they're paying $15.50. So if you get my point here, I could go on and on, because all these warehouses, even though it's seasonal, it's peak right now, I'm looking at them. Look, Aldi's in Allentown, and over here by my house, over at Center Valley. So if they get this message, right, they might leave your company. But you know what, Jenny, you're right. They are hearing this, because right now I'm live over across 5 streams. So if they're not happy, think about that. And they might be only making $13 an hour, and they just heard me read off Allentown, Bethlehem, jobs that are paying. Now, some of them are temporary to perm, but the rate will drop back down. They just get you in there. Let's face it. I predict within another by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're going to start seeing Amazon, all these Walmarts, everything's going to even jack up higher. I told everybody it was going to be $25 an hour. And I'm not saying I know everything, but at the rate they're going right now, it's going to be $25 an hour you're going to be make for a couple weeks. So take it while you can. But there again, remember, I just told you, if you were not happy, give me a call or leave a message on here and I can help you. Because I have a couple jobs. We have a software developer that we're looking for in New Orleans, 100% remote. Software architecture, a senior position, 100% remote, and that's also in the greater New Orleans area. HVAC technicians. If you're in the Lehigh Valley, and I'm going to say this because I'm going to tell you, if you don't know your value and you've been in HVAC for like 2-3 years, give me a call, message me, and I'm going to tell you what your value is because I'll help you find a job better than you're making now. And that's not a joke, because HVAC is some serious business around here right now. And if you're only making a certain amount, you got to Google your value, just like forklift drivers. Listen, forklift drivers are gold. I don't care who in logistics, but if you don't have forklift drivers, the cherry pickers, the clamp drivers, the forklift drivers, you're not going to get the product. So if you don't pay them very well, what's it matter? Because you're paying warehouse associates $18 an hour, right? Somebody pick and packing orders, nothing against that, packaging technicians. But now you have a forklift driver skill set that's getting paid the same amount. And I hear it every day. Oh, I might as well just work on the floor. And they're right. Even some of these other companies, I can't believe what they're paying. If you want to be a cashier at Rite Aid, $14, a driver's license, delivery driver. This cracks me up all the time because they put $750 to $1,000 a week. For God's sake, just put the friggin' hourly rate on it. You don't have to say $750, because then you got to go here and sit there and say, oh, okay, that's $20 an hour. You get my point? That's just idiotic to put that on. I would never do that. And what I also like to tell is, you got to let people tell the companies that you're hiring. Listen, I got rules. I have to follow rules. I have a company I'm helping right now, assisting, and they know my stance on that because, but I'm told if I can't say it, I can't, because that's their rules. They've talked to the client. But if you're a client out there just listening to me right now, let them say their name. Let me get up there and say, I'm going to use this for an example, just Amazon, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Crayola, all these great names, right? Because when you put on a freaking job order that, you're making $12.50 or $15, come on down with your steel show boots and boom, you'll get it. But yet if you would say, hey, you know what? We at Pepsi would love to have you. You would start out with a local temporary to staffing, temporary to permanent jobs. You'd be surprised how much you would get. Like Tesla, Crayola, when I was with XPO, you say those companies, iHerb was a great company, but I see they're struggling. You got to be able to say the names. These job postings are boring. I don't like putting my job postings on there, but I have to do that because it's the rule. And in my past career there, I would always talk to the client and say the importance of your name on social media. If you don't have nothing to hide, if somebody doesn't like your company and you're known to where it's a high turnover, I get it. I wouldn't say your name either, because you pay for what you get. And I'm not being like I know everything here in staffing, but you pay for what you get. If you want cheap, you want something cheap. It's just like father. When my dad was alive, even in the military, if he would come over our house and he said, let me have a screwdriver. If I bought a screwdriver from the dollar store, $2, he would literally just flip and say, buy Craftsman tools, buy tools. You pay for what you get, cheap. It's the same thing in life. It's the same thing in business, or where you're going to hire a staffing company. Are you going to go after a company that's paying a 28%? You're going to be like, wow, 28% more. You see what I mean? But you don't know if that company even does half their background checks or anything like that. I wouldn't worry about an audit. I'd be glad for an audit. Bring it in, because that's how, when you pay for everything, you have nothing to hide. So on that note, let the staffing company say your name. Does not matter if you're subbing. I don't really care if I was subbing from 3 people. I still love to say, if I had Aldi's, I would love to sit there and say, hey, I'm hiring for Aldi's right down the street, paying $24 an hour, Or Nestle Waters in Brenningsville, $23, $24 for a forklift driver's job, full-time, benefits, no temporary service. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to go to those companies. They're going to go to where it's $20, $30 an hour without utilizing a staffing company, but you don't let the company say your name. You got to think of what I'm saying here. If you want to succeed in peak season, say the name. But if you tell me I can't, hey, I got other ways around that we can do that with social media behind. I call it the dark zone. You won't see my ad. Jane, you did something. There we go. So really look at what your value is. And we'll go back to like the ops managers, logistics in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, team supervisor, Carlisle, PA. Listen, I gave up looking for the direct hires. I have them if you want it. But if a company is not going to get back with you, if you're not going to follow up with me, if I'm trying to find you a higher up position, say a position that's paying $95,000 to $100,000 a year, and I send you qualified candidates, 4 or 5 of them, right? And I work hard to find them, right? You know, at least get back with the company. Janie had a question. Do they have probation periods? Yes. Majority of the times it's Janie, 90 days, like 3 months, 520 hours, like right around that time. So they'll hire the companies to get in on some of them. But make sure you keep communication. The communication between the staffing company and the client is the most important, I can tell you. You're going to fail. I don't care what I say here, because you're going to struggle. My wording's not the best here, but you're going to struggle. Why would I want to keep looking for an operations manager that pays $100,000 a year, right? It's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I send people, no. For what? But then you don't hear from anything. So I go to somebody else. I don't want, then they'll say, did you find anybody? I'm like, no, I'm not, I send you people over there. That's my time. I have to make money. So the staffing company, see the same thing. The staffing company has to make money just as well as the corporation does. And I'm not coming across strong there, but what my point is, get back. You both should be working together. If you're the staffing agency, if you have myself right now and HR of a corporation, let me tell you, I would be talking to you 2 Skype meetings a week. I'd be saying, hey, what can we do? What can we do for you? Let's go. What's happening? They're leaving. Why are they leaving? Did you do exit interviews? Did you find out? Was it a supervisor? Was there something going on? Is there harassment? What's causing these people to leave? Is it because down the street they give you a paid lunch? Or they're the kind of things that you need to communicate between the HR, but you got friggin' HR doing all other kind of jobs. Yes, Janie. Wow, 6 months? 6 months in Australia for a probationary period. Woo! That's crazy. Wow, I don't feel as bad. But back to the point, I'm just up cranky tonight. The HR has enough to do. I've preached this over and over. Your HR department, listen, HR, I've said it, is only to scare the living hell out of you and also do good things for you. But that's what HR is for. HR is not for me to call, hey, are you hiring? You want to hire a staffing agency? HR is not the one that should be sitting there saying, oh, yeah, we have a proposal for your contract. HR should not be the one that's getting 40 to 50 emails from all the staffing companies all around. HR, and I know a lot of HR good reps. Man, HR is, I think, one of the professions right now that needs to change back to where it was, because HR is for humans. HR would love, I'll tell you what, I always say back in the day, Janie, but back in the day, HR always came out and talked to you. They did. But HR nowadays, they're so busy, because soon soon human resources, they're going to be putting on safety on you too, because they're going to cut back on the jobs. Instead of talking with everybody, talking with a staffing company and talking with the corporations and not working as a team, you're going to struggle. You're not going to win, because you're going to still have to bring in, I see today, 3, 4, 5 staffing companies in for one. Some of these companies around here, when you need 500, 600 people, you can't. One company cannot do it. I do not care. And if anybody sits there and says in the Lehigh Valley that they're the only ones and they got from 500 to 1,000, That's very rare because I know all the staffing companies and you have to sub them out because there's no way right now that you can do it all yourself. I couldn't do it all myself. I can be a great asset to another company, which I'm working with MVP Staffing, a great new company. They came over to take great people, brand new. I'm excited because they're open to ideas. Everything that we talked about with Dana and Marie today was awesome. We talked about ideas and Dana was just like, that's a great idea. We should do something like that. And they came up with ideas and I'd be like, wow, I didn't think of that. They made a decision just like that. So when you're with the corporations, now she's a corporation, they're a corporation, but they're new here. And if you want to win, if you want to succeed of what you're doing, you got to work as a team. You're going to have to collaborate with another company, not only just compete with them, because all that happens is when those candidates leave one, say Kelly, then they go to Lanier, then they go to Elwood, then they go to Staffmark, then they go to Dynamic, then they go to ERG, they come back to Results, and they go to People Express, People Ready, HCTSS, all of them. That was pretty good. I remember all that. Let's see, H over here, look after management, not the employees over here. It's shocking. So look, see, HR over here, look after management, not the employees. Same thing. A person should not have to say that. Again, HR scares me because they're not going to call you in the office, just say, hey, Dave, you know what? You're doing such a great job. That's normally not the case because there is some nice HR people, but they're stressed out. So my point there is work with the teams together. Really, right now, listen, we offer service now, and that's why MVP is great. If you need a forklift driver right now, if you're stressed out and you need candidates, right, we will send them to you on a referral fee basis. So it's like $150 for a forklift driver. We vet them, we talk with them, we see if they're a fit, we send them to you, you hire them. Guess what? You pay $150. Warehouse employees, like I say, $75. You want them, you hire them, you pay. And that's a staffing company too. So if you're a staffing company and you're short-staffed, you'd be crazy not to think about it. And I'm not doing this type of service to undercut because it's not about that. It's hard for some of the companies around here won't pay 40% markup, all right, or 42. I can't afford anything. I can't afford the 30% markups or the 32%. I'm sorry. That's not happening. So we thought outside the box here, and MVP is really great with it because think about it. The cost of the job boards, average return on investments, ROI, I'm going to say probably $50, $75 alone if they didn't click on that 10,000 times. Like Career Builder, I pay $600, $800 a month. I'm done. January, Evan, great person. I know you probably watched some of these videos, but I'm done. I am done with job boards of the Career Builder, the Indeeds, the Zip, because if you really want to really find some of the good candidates, LinkedIn, but you have to utilize LinkedIn correctly. If you do, you can find great skill sets. And then Jenny says right here, definitely collaborate, work together. It's a no-brainer. And again, I don't want you to think I'm coming off strong here and like I know everything, because I don't. But I have ideas, and I know the ideas right now because I have 16 years in staffing, and I know what it's like to say you need 500 people. I know what it's like when a company says on a Friday at 2 o'clock, you need 25, 30 people for Monday. Been there, done it. Stress, I lose all my hair over that stuff. You would know better. A lot of those companies know it's impossible. You know it's impossible when you tell them sometimes it's not if you have a great pool of candidates. But right now I plan I'm going to say I hope to get 10 people by Monday. But those 10 people are going to come away from you if you're in the Lehigh Valley. I'm sorry. I'm going to take them from there. There is no loyalty sometimes with the temporary to perm staff because of the way they're treated. There's no loyalty. They don't care. Do you blame them? Do you blame a candidate right now that's making $13 an hour in these times in these times right now, that if they heard me, if they get an email from me, because I really blast it all over the place on social media. Right now it's live. And then I boost this everywhere I can, for $25. And you should see all the applications coming in. Now, you're not going to get all the candidates all the time. You're not going to, if I got 25, 30 emails right now, I'm hoping I get like 2 out of it. 2, maybe. That's all I care. Because then you'll hear recruiters saying, well, we have no people. Bull. There's people out there. You just got to take them from everybody else. Peak is here. Make them feel the pain, but show them a solution. You hear what I'm saying? Make them feel the pain. I will take your employees from you. Simple as that. If you hire me, like with other companies, I'm sorry, I'm in it to win it. I don't care about some of the other companies because I know right where to go that they're not happy. Because insights, if you look at insights, and I'm very into with the social media, I could tell you so many things just by looking at your company behind the scenes of what you're not doing, what your marketing department is not doing. Now, I know marketing, I'm going to get a little pushback of this, but marketing does not know how to utilize social media. You'll have a few, but they don't. They'll put the educational things up, which is great. They'll put the things, they'll just sue it. They'll say they boosted it, which they might have. They put $50, but I guarantee if they took that, if you took $1,000, which I see some of these companies are often, you send over here $1,000, and if I can't get you 25 people for $1,000, I'll give you $1,000. That's how positive then I'm a fact. You give me $1,000 to find you 25 employees. If I can't find them, I'll give you $1,000. That's not a bad deal. In reality, can I do it legally? I have no clue, but I would do it. That's how passionate that I know that I could find 25 candidates for $1,000. And again, I'm going to take them right from the big companies. I'm going to take them from the companies. There's 4 of them that have like 5, 6, 800 to 1,000 people, right? That's where I go for my candidates. I go after them. I don't go after the ones that are unemployed, that are just having a hard time, that don't want to work. I go after the ones that are working, because as long as it's a good company and a good message that you're putting out there, that the company is saying, wow, I want to work for like Chris over at Nestle Waters. Great guy. Listen, $23 an hour, 12-hour shifts. You work that like 15 days a month, actually, right? Time and a half. Water's not going away. We need water. And it's benefits, after 180 days, I don't know, you're up to even higher. They have $30 for maintenance technicians. But see, my point is, there's somebody's on second shift right now. This is being streamlined on 3 other social media pages right now. Even though I'm on LinkedIn, this is on there also, because they're watching that. They're going to be like, whoa, Nestle Waters on Monday. Chris is going to get a lot of Chris Heckman. You're going to owe me more water, Chris, because I'm still drinking Walmart water. But think about it. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to take your employees that are unhappy. I'm going to put my video right now. I'm going to do a live video. Let's just say I'll be like, hey, this is Dave Wilson, Results Staffing Social Media. Listen, I'm located in the Lehigh Valley, PA area. I get a company paying $23 an hour, full-time, temporary. After 300 hours, you're going to be hired full-time, or either you're out. Great benefits, the company's 401k, la-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So if you're not happy, you're at work right now, you're miserable, right? Give me a call in the morning or text me 24 hours a day. Text me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And it works. Because I guarantee, for me saying just that, text 610-730-7140 on there. Just text the word jobs. By tomorrow morning, text the word jobs to that number, and I'll wake up, and I have to shut it off at night because I'll wake up, and I know it's my personal work phone or whatever, but I don't care. The numbers will call, and then I'll call them on Saturday and Sunday up until 9 o'clock. It's 12:30 right now, so you figure second shift's on their way home. Third shift, I might listen to this at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. So that's one of the things. The other, and Janie's heard me say this so many times before, is don't ghost your candidates. You get back with them. Get back. If you know they don't have the job, just give them the dignity of calling or emailing. Listen, if you don't want to call them, email them. Some people don't like to have that discussion, and I get it. I don't like calling people or emailing, and I do miss some, and I apologize if you're one of them, but I try to get back. Today, I went back through all my emails and responded back to them because I don't want people to say, well, he didn't respond. I mean, I got two phones going on, and I got to go tomorrow, and I'll listen to all the messages and write them down, and I'll call them on a Saturday, and they're like, whoa, because the staffing industry is changing right now. Staffing's no longer a Monday through Friday job from 8 to 5. Get over it. Staffing right now is Monday through Sunday during peak season. I'm sorry, you would be having, I know I'm going to take heat for this, but some of the recruiters, you should be having working remote tomorrow and Sunday during all the football games. I know that sounds crazy, football games, right? But I'm going to give you the biggest secret because it's 12:30 at friggin' night and I'm tired, is advertise right on Sundays from 1 o'clock in the afternoon till 8 o'clock. Have a recruiter there doing text us or videos, live videos during half times, and just go out there and say, hey, any of you have your friends watching a football game? Look to your left, look to your right. Hey, John, you're not working. Look, this guy's saying there's a job, so get off your butt and go to work. You see what my point is? So think about that. That's the biggest savings if anybody's probably not watching this tonight, but advertise during the football. Everybody's home. They're sitting inside on their couch and everybody's on their cell phone. What a way, what a way, what a way. So I wish recruiters, thanks, Janie. And she's been looking for a job for a while in Australia, and she's going through the same thing. So she always comes on the show, and we're hoping. I just sent her a video resume link. Even though she's over in Australia, we can still find work. We worked in the UK. James Pennington found a job, and it's not that hard, but advertise on Sundays during the football games. I love it. That's the best time. You're gonna get candidates. Text me. Send over 2,000 emails on a Sunday in the morning to text me at this number, and it'll blow up. So on that, just make sure you get back to the candidates. And last one is we're going to talk tomorrow about the video resume again, because listen, you got to step outside the bounds of trying to find a job, especially not logistics, but professional services. Let's say you're looking for customer service, you're looking for administrative, you're looking for medical assistance. There's so many, the jobs are really scarce right now. So do something different. I hear everybody all the time, well, I've got up on Indeed and I applied at every job. Well, I applied at every job on Glassdoor. Well, I applied every job at Career Builder. Well, I clicked on every job on talent.com. That's not the point of trying to find a job by just pushing the button, because I called 3 people back today. Well, I got your rep. You applied for what? I never applied for that. Okay, so then I'm looking at your resume and everything for nothing. That's what I mean. You lose a lot of good candidates in that. And I have my keywords set up, a Career Builder. Oh, I don't get nothing from them anymore. I get hardly any jobs. I got 4 of them posts on there and I pay all that money. I get nothing. And Evan, I'm not mad at you. Something's wrong there. And I'm just like, I'm fed up with paying all that money on the job boards. I'm going to utilize that money on LinkedIn and social media, because LinkedIn, if you utilize it right, we just had a meeting. Janie, I got paid $100 for an hour to talk to LinkedIn. They were just looking at ideas for this new job feature. And it's going to be pretty good once they come out with it. It's going to be user friendly. You're going to see a lot of all that garbage get off of there, because all the big posters and the ones that look like just unprofessional, stick them on social media, stick them on Facebook. But this is going to be, you can have really any type of a job and you're going to be able to click, and it's nice. So it's going to clean that up a lot. So I'm excited, but utilizing LinkedIn and building relationships with everybody like Janie. I've never met Janie, and she's in Australia. So, and I met people from the UK, but yet I feel I know her. But so you build a relationship. Tonight, I went ahead and messaged Bill over at iHerb in Easton. Hey, Bill. I said, hey, Bill, listen, he knows I have my staffing company. And I said, hey, if you need help, my non-compete's up. Thank God, right? How's that working for you? So my non-compete's up, so I can, excuse me, so I can reach out to the other customers, the clients that I had. I made it real short. I say, hey, Bill, it's Dave. if you need any, talk to the HR director. If you need any help, please reach out to me. Bill's like, okay, that's it. But I don't bug him all the time. I just know Bill. He's a good man. He was a safety person. He takes his jobs very seriously, and former Marine. I think that's what they say, but he took safety real great. So I know he's a good man. So, I mean, if he says something, he says something, but I won't email HR because I'll get my message out to iHerb another way. iHerb. You like that, Jenny? iHerb. Great company. And I see that they're hiring, and they got a couple. We had that account, and iHerb's a great company. Whenever we did, I don't care. You're going to sit there and say COVID. You're going to say, well, COVID, screw COVID. You still need to work. So screw COVID. I'm tired of hearing that excuse. I hate it. Oh, it's because of COVID. Now, COVID's furloughed a lot of people. Yes, that I'm not going to mistake. And I've lost a lot. I mean, I'm just like everybody else. Family, kids, school, homeschooling. But COVID's changed our lives. But you better get used to it because COVID 2021, that's what I call it. It's coming. It's coming back it's just going to come back. So we're prepared already to take all the way through. Get this. So that's why we're different. I like Taylor, one of our interns, called it staffing done differently. Think about that words. Staffing done differently. And I like that. So I made that our company mission there. So we can get a candidate just like now. If I wanted to get Janie, she wanted to get a job in Australia, utilize her video resume, send it to the company. They like her. They send her a Zoom, right? Talk with her, reach back to us. They like it. The company provides us, listen, a video tour would be ideal because you're going to need it. Mark these words that I say this. If you're not like Amazon's great at it. Amazon is awesome right now on TV. I'm sorry. They show people with masks. They show people with talking and music. Whether you like Amazon or not, you got to utilize that as a structure of saying, wow, this is our company. Like Crayola. Crayola's a great company. Crayola in Easton, and they need staff too. But I loved advertising for Crayola. Why? Because Crayola, people would be like, wow, I would love to work for Crayola. That's why I said about saying their names. But my point there is you can get a hold of the company without emailing the HR director every day. You're not going to get anything. You know what I mean? Before you used to with COVID, you'd walk in, drop your card off. Hey, they throw it out. And, if it wasn't that right day that they were mad at a staffing company, then they would take your message. But I don't blame them. So really utilize LinkedIn to find yourself a job too. So let's see. Jenny, 2 interviews Tuesday. As soon as I met them, they told me the jobs I applied for are already gone. WTF. Thank you. That's one of the things, Janie, I'll agree with is when you fill a job, take it off. Take it off. Take the job off. Don't keep it on there if you think you're going to build a resume pool because you're not. Take it off. It's filled. I've had 2 jobs on Career Builder. I just filled them today that I didn't have anything on for 2 weeks with them. So I paid for 2 postings that I had nothing for. Why would I put a job on there that I don't have? I just say to myself, I kick myself because I'm paying for all that and I'm not even utilizing it. Now I could put on there a fake job and put on there I'm hiring for this and I'll get applications and they don't hear anything and the whole story, but I don't. So take the job off if it's already filled. You'll save yourself time if you take it off because now that I got one more subject here. Career Builder, I have 7,000 applications in this last year, I think. I don't know. So yesterday, I typed up a personal note of all the jobs that I had. So when I did that, I copied and pasted it. Every 25 people on Career Builder, you can check it all. Click. It doesn't matter what they've applied for me for because I put on there, hey, my name's Dave, result staffing. I saw you applied before. Maybe someone in your family. Listen, I don't have a lot of jobs, but if you're looking for one, please respond back. You do that 25 at a clip, and it took me 2-3 hours just cut and paste. And I still get people coming back saying thank you, but I moved. Oh, great. I'll reply back. Because think about how many resumes. I guarantee you, this is, I'll put everything on it. I'll put this whole business on it just as a joke, but I guarantee that a lot of the companies don't even go back through all the resumes that you've paid for all those years. You don't. You might save one. You might print one out. You might put it in a file of a person that you want to hire. But think about it. With job boards, you're paying for the same people to apply for your jobs all the time. You are. You post another job this week, right? So I'm posting forklift jobs, right? Hey, we got a bunch of them, 50. I think on the one I got like 78 applications in one night. Okay. If I didn't reach them all, right? So think about it, right? 3 weeks from now, I put it back on there again. You get all the same people over. You're paying on those job boards. You're paying for 2 to 3 times. Stop. I'd say back off, right? Just back off for a while because I can't wait till Career Builder's over. Nothing against them, but I cannot wait because I'll be able to take that money and invest it in somewhere else, into the LinkedIn, into us. Again, you need forklift drivers? Reach out to us. We'll provide them for $150. You hire them, they're yours. You want a recruiter? You want something? We'll refer them to you because nobody's going to pay right now. For some reason, a lot of the companies don't want to bring on a new staffing company that can provide you staff. Yeah. If I was to call you in the Lehigh Valley right now and call that company up there and say, hey, how you doing? Oh, we're doing okay. Yeah, bull. You're paying $1,000 bonus trying to get them in there and you're telling me it's okay. Listen, don't sugarcoat it. You can be honest, and you got to be honest anymore nowadays. You can't sugarcoat anything. You got to show empathy to the candidates. You got to treat the candidates like you'd want to be treated yourself, because let me tell you, when something goes on with your job, and then when you reverse your role, I always think of it this way. I never take for granted, because here, if I don't work, I don't get paid. So that's one hell of an incentive that I've left the corporate world, because I could get a steady check all the time. I don't get a steady check, and that's my choice. But if I don't work, I don't get paid. But if you treat people right, they won't leave. You don't want to just end somebody because of the way they look. You don't want to end somebody because they have an attitude. Why do they have an attitude? Get to know them. Some people are just pissed off to the world all the time, and they're your good employees. Oh, we let that one go. Why? Well, he said this. The supervisor said he was insubordinate. Did you write him up? Did you write that candidate up? No. You just let him go because it's at will. And now this is for staffing and corporations. So if you're going to if I was a general manager, some of these VP regional managers, a lot of them should be let go, because you're not sticking up. Listen, you got to take and stand up for your employees, for your company. Because if I had candidates of mine working at a company and they were treating them unfairly, I'm done. I would go right after them. You got to treat people with respect. And remember, turn yourself around. And what if it's you that day? Seriously, what if it's you? What if it's you that is going to need that job someday? Because I've seen it. You need to watch it, because right now it's going to get worse. I don't even know what to expect. But come 2021, when COVID's coming back here, and then they're going to furlough more, they're going to keep kids home. Then a lot of people out there that are ones that are not answering their phones, not returning the calls, all of a sudden they come on social media. Oh, I lost my job and everything like that. Think of it like that. Put yourself in that mode right now. Appreciate the job that you have. Appreciate the job that you have right now. Hold on to it. Work hard, because it can be taken away from you tomorrow. It's going to leave. It's going to be gone. You're not going to have that chance anymore. You're going to sit there and say, wow, I just lost my job of 10 years. Now you're going to get that $500 a week unemployment, right? And then you're going to say, wow, how am I going to pay my bills? Think about that. Treat the candidates right. Treat everybody right now like they're gold. If they're having problems, walk up to the person, say, hey, you okay? You all right? How's it going? I noticed you've been a little, edgy, and they could be telling you they could have problems. They could be saying, well, my son and my kids are home. I don't know how I'm going to do this. My wife lost her job. My husband lost her job. My significant other lost my job. It doesn't matter. I don't know what that candidate's going through. And when they call off, there's your typical employees that call off all the time. You know what? I know a lot of them. Listen, if you just want to fill bodies, if you said, Dave, we want bodies, that's easy. That's easy. This stuff, when I see 100 people they need, oh my God, I live for that stuff. I don't sleep for 7 days, Janie, for a week. I don't sleep. Peak season, you can tell I'm passionate about it. Peak season is break it or make it. I mean, you're done, make it or break it, whatever you want to say. If you're not wound up for peak season, that's why I take 10,000 pills for blood pressure. That's a HIPAA law. Can't say that. But seriously, I take peak seriously because it's a high. It's like, wow, I want to win. If you hire us, right, at Results Staffing, you will win. That's how confident I'm saying that. And I'm not saying it being cocky, and I'm not saying it being ignorant, but we do what it takes 24 hours a day. It does not matter to me. Look, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll be right back up tomorrow morning because I need to find those 10 to 15 people. 2 of us, we need to find them for Monday. We'll find, I'm going to say 10. But then again, those 10, you're going to lose them because we're going to take them. They have no loyalty to you. They're going to be like, I'll be like, you want to give a week's notice? Nope. Okay. Good luck on Monday because everybody loves Monday. So, all right, I am done. I think I said enough. Janie, I know it's daytime up there. I think I got to get ready to go to bed for a while and start finding these people tomorrow. But seriously, everybody, if you're looking for a job, my email's on there and our number, office number. And if you're looking for candidates, the referral system's really great. And we really will work with you. So, and we will not sugarcoat it. If you say, can you do this? And I can't, I'm going to tell you no, but I can tell you what I can do. I can try to help you reduce your turnover, right, by social media. I can help you to show you these platforms that our vision has always been remote. That's been our vision. So when you can take candidates or any type of industry, and with COVID coming, get them through point A to all the way to the finish into your company without even seeing them, and doing the drug screens, everything. You can do them virtually now. There's so many different tools out there. A lot of people don't know. And all I hear is a lot of excuses. Well, we can't do that. Yes, you can. You can do it. Well, we got 500 employees. Yes, you can. You can do it with 500 employees. You can put 10 of them on a screen. You could do all this. There's so many different things that if you really take some good managers, right, and a team of everybody, you just sit down. It's amazing how companies can do things when they have to, like that. Look at when we got hit with COVID. Boom. Oh, everybody dropped the drug screens. Oh, so now it's okay you don't take a drug screen because you can't get them or the doctors were closed. So now it's okay that you hire somebody that could be doing drugs, right? Like that. You changed it. I know it did. I saw it. Background checks. And I'm not saying, I believe second chance is everything. Listen, I help everybody. I don't care what your background is. I help everybody. But during COVID, oh, you don't need a background. Okay. That's a real great change. Look, no background, no drug screen. But you didn't say it. Think about that. You changed it like that because it suited you, just like it suited us. It suits you, you can do it. But if you don't, that's where you're going to struggle. Because if you can't say right now that you need to change your process these next 2 months, I am telling you, if you are not changing your process, if you're not having meetings now, not worrying about peak is over. You got 2 to 3 more weeks left. It's over. Done. You have what you have. January is going to probably extend into January because you're going to have all the back orders. You're going to lose all the orders because you can't work. I have people just quitting all the time, telling me from companies calling here, they're leaving. They can't. They don't know when they're going home. They want them to work this shift. They want them to work that shift. That's on you. That is on you. And I'm sorry. It's on the staffing agencies and the corporations. It's on you because you're not the one that's going to sit back. I've worked from some great managers. Some great managers would teach us. They would show us a way. They just wouldn't tell us. They would give us leadership and skills to get it done. Not just, oh, We can't find them. Okay, well, you're going to have to find. No. As a leader, you need to come up with ideas for your team. If they're suffering, if your team is suffering and they're stressed out, their families are stressed, holidays are coming up, the levels of people are going to be just upset because they're not knowing what's going on. Work together and just work together. So on that note, everybody, I've talked enough. I got work to do. So have a great night, Janie. Talk to you tomorrow again, probably during the day. So talk to everybody soon.